Hello, hello, and welcome once again to this thing we are calling the Alone Season 7 Weekly Update. I am your host, Rick, and with me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Gabby. Say hi, Gabby.
Hello.
Hopefully, you are all caught up. If you are watching this video and you haven't watched this week's episode yet, stop right now. Stop what you're doing because you have no excuse. Turn to your right, because that's probably where your TV is, because I have a feeling you're doing nothing important right now. And pause this and watch the episode so that we're all caught up. Go ahead. We'll wait.
1 hour later.
Yo, you're back. You're back. Okay, good. Are you all caught up? Are we all caught up? Is everybody caught up? Excellent. It's very, very important that we're all caught up and that we're all on the same page before I talk about this episode, because I am about to spoil absolutely nothing. That's right. No one tapped out this week. No one went home, and that's actually a pretty wonderful thing, if I might admit. However, the carnage does continue, sadly. So let's get to it, shall we? Let's do this first. Can I get an extreme close-up? Bring it in here. Right in here. Just come on, all the way. Right in here. This is all I want you to get in the screen. Are you ready? Here we go. Dramatic effect. Day 15. 8 people remain. Okay, let's get back up. So, we met the last 2 contestants that we haven't met yet. So we have now been introduced to all 10 of the vicious, carnivorous, and might I add, a little crazy human contestants. So, let's see. We finally met Joel, the survival specialist from South Africa. He's also my number 1 pick to be the sole survivor this season and walk away with $1 million. Anyway, Joel's got some mad skills, and I love this guy. On a crazy scale, though, he sits a little low. However, he does enjoy recording himself talking to a rotting musk ox skull. So, moving right along. Then we met Keith, the dreamy-haired Keith, who's not really all that crazy. Well, there's that. Plus, he does bear a striking resemblance to Captain Quint from Jaws. I think so. No? Nothing? No? You don't like that movie, Jaws?
No.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
All right, let's leave it at that. Actually, maybe she has. Yeah, my father showed it to her. He was babysitting her one day. That's right. Anyway.
I was afraid of it.
We also learned that Kylan can't fish. Kylan can't fish literally to save her life. See what I did there? All right, yeah. Also, as Linda pointed out to me earlier today, who goes on a mile-long hike in unfamiliar wilderness on a survival show and doesn't bring their bow? Think, McFly. Think. And speaking of bringing a bow, we got to see our buddy Joe again. And Joe is not looking too good, in my opinion. This guy has... You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Joe, not doing too good. He is, again, the only person on this entire season who did not bring a bow and arrow. And so far, we've seen him eat berries. We've seen him complain about how hungry he is. And we've seen him hunt squirrels with stones and sticks. So, here's my next prediction. Joe is going to be the 3rd person to tap. Putting that down on the list right now. Could possibly even be in the next episode. Sorry, Linda. Amos is hiding his food in his underwear. Okay. And no surprise here, but no one on this season or any previous season, in my opinion, is as crazy 8 bonkers as Roland. This guy is a complete psycho.
Like moi.
Like, he's crazy. No, he's crazy. So seriously. He's graduated from anteater to squirrel vampire.
Ew.
Sucking squirrel blood off of his fingers like he's eating a melting popsicle or something. Anyway, yeah, he's a time bomb. He worries me. He's the kind of person people write horror movies about. But the guy does know his stuff. Okay? He's doing an amazing job at hoarding food. He's got that log full of berries that he's been filling up. He's gathering this fireweed root, whatever that is, but apparently it's edible, and he's got bundles of it that he's gonna, hoard away for the coming winter. This guy's from Alaska. He kind of knows his stuff, so we gotta give him points for that. However, he still does look pretty PO'd in the after show interviews. So there is that. I will say the show has blatantly pointed out that he is losing 500 calories a day. Foreshadowing, maybe, of his imminent involuntary demise? Maybe. Anyway, another person who looked...
500 calories an hour.
What?
500 calories an hour.
Are you sure? I don't think it's 500 calories an hour.
I believe it was.
I don't think he'd be dead.
I don't know.
I think it was 5. Anyway, you know what? We're going to go to the videotape on that one. Let's check right now. Okay, we'll settle that later on in editing. Another person who has looked extremely unhappy and PO'd in the after show interview was our buddy dreamy-haired Keith. Take a look at him right there. He looks like somebody peed right in his peach punch. Yep. I'm not ready to make a prediction about him yet, though. I'm not quite sure what his story is going to be, but he definitely does not look happy, so I don't think he's going to win. I will tell you the two people that did not look unhappy during the exit interview. Just saying. Just saying. Well, that about does it for this episode. Here is the stat sheet. I've actually marked down a couple of contestants this time. The past couple of weeks it has been everybody was scoring an A. But now, if you take a look at the score sheet here, I will point out the rating structure that I have created. An A+ means super strong. In other words, in a really good place, has a high chance of winning. An A means strong, no sign of tapping, could go all the way. A B means doing okay, O-K-A-Y. In other words, hanging in there. A C means doing okay, the abbreviated okay, which means not O-K-A-Y, just okay. D, meaning barely hanging on. In other words, how has this person not tapped yet? And F, of course, next to go. Finger is on the button. So taking a look at the stat sheet, I've actually, I've bumped Kylan down to a B due to her inability to catch a single stinking fish. And of course that moose kerfuffle with the bow, with the absence of the bow, I should say. And then, our buddy Joe. Again, sorry, I actually marked him all the way down to a C, almost a D, simply because he seems to have zero hunting skills. We haven't seen him do any fishing yet, and he started this show with basically zero body fat, and he's already complaining about being really, really hungry. So he's not in a good place. So we're gonna worry about him a little bit. And then, of course, here are my updated predictions. Feel free to pause this to your heart's content. You can look at it all you'd like that way. And I actually have a prediction sheet from Dave. Dave has made a prediction this week, which is exciting. He made a prediction that Callie will actually tap out due to a head injury. Seems oddly specific. Wonder what could have given him that idea. Well, I believe that's about it. Let's take one last look here. Oh, yes, there is one last thing I wanted to do, something new I wanted to do this week. Check this out. How about we do, starting this week, we honor an MVP from the episode. How about that? What would you think about that? All right, so let's get right to it. We are going to nominate the MVP for this week's episode is, can I get a drum roll? This guy! The squirrel who got away. This poor frightened little bugger was able to make a break for it thanks to Joe and his miserable hunting skills, utilizing literally sticks and stones. So that about sums it up. Gabby, do you have anything to add?
No.
No? All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode. Remember, as our friend Kylan said, you gotta risk it for the biscuit. Somebody want to get that?
How many